I thought this was an interesting idea. Here's a character with PTSD, but with a very significant twist. Let's talk about it.
Hey, cinema community, we're here at our local AMC. Just got done seeing the movie, My Dead Friend Zoe. This is our full movie review. Rebecca, what'd you think?
I did like how this movie didn't lay all of its cards on the table.
Taliban can't touch this.
If you ever catch me in some sort of like dopey group therapy, you have permission to kill me.
So we're all here? Who wants to start?
There were stories in the narrative that took a while to unfold.
I like this movie. It's based on true events, based on true stories. Talked a lot about PTSD.
I've been dealing with some things.
That's what a soldier does, you suck it up.
I think if you have PTSD or you know about it, or maybe you know somebody that has it also, it fit pretty well.
I thought the casting was pretty solid, and I'm not just saying that because the lead actress is from my favorite Star Trek series.
Sure. I didn't think, have you ever played Buck Hunter?
No.
That's a new record.
Well, damn.
I think that the casting really allowed the actors to lean into their characters. I wasn't a big fan of this movie. I enjoyed the premise though. Here's somebody with PTSD.
Earl. Damn, what a name.
Don't say that.
What? I can joke about the dead.
But it's manifesting in a very physical, tangible way.
This movie was produced by Legion M Productions, and back earlier on the show, we actually did a deep dive on William Shatner documentary. This is the only thing that I've seen from Legion M, so I was a little skeptical.
Why would you re-enlist?
The world is not my oyster.
You think the world is my oyster? I'm a black woman in America.
With a lake house.
It's my grandparents' lake house. It is.
Oh, shut up.
But the movie turned out to be pretty fabulous.
I really wasn't impressed with the script. There are tiny moments. The standout scene for me was near the middle of the movie.
I would think seriously about what living in the past is worth.
When the main character is trying desperately to tell somebody about her problems in a space that she's unfamiliar with.
There were a few scenes. Ed Harris is one of the big draws. Morgan Freeman is in it. So again, a little bit cliche, but there were a few scenes that really touched me, very dramatic.
You think I'm crazy? Your mother thinks I'm crazy. But as long as you're under my roof, paper goes in damn six.
Talked a lot about family, talked a lot about PTSD. In fact, this movie is inspired by true events.
I think this movie succeeds when it's serious. There's also some borrowing from horror movie tropes. Now, don't get confused, there's not that much violence.
First platoon said there's a sniper out there.
You think I'm scared?
Where are you going?
Zoe!
But it's mostly implied and the audience is kind of left to figure out what happened.
I like the fact that this movie really felt like the director's passion project. At the end, definitely stay to the end. You'll get to hear a little bit more about what's going on, but you hear the director talking about PTSD. He wrote the movie, he talked about all these different experiences that he had, and it was very honoring to people that he knew that were struggling.
What drew me to the project was Mr. Kyle. I mean, I just really appreciate where he's coming from. You know, I mean, his intentions are so noble.
It's very personal. He's really dedicated to getting this message across.
I think he and I have a similar vision in making it as real as possible and feel as grounded as possible. You know, they've written a story that's a bit like a spoonful of sugar to help the medicine go down.
It catches imagination.
And I appreciated that. It didn't feel like, hey, I'm dialing this in, or hey, this is a movie that people need to see. This is my experience. I want to share this with you. And it really felt like almost like a documentary a bit.
When we later checked on this movie, we realized that the movie kind of divided audiences, much like me and Teresa. Teresa definitely likes this film a lot more than I do.
My name is Merritt, deployed to Afghanistan in 2016.
Okay. Aren't we better than this woe is me? Ouchie, my feelings. Let's get out of here.
Be quiet.
It was funny. The audiences that had seen the movie, some people loved it, some people were crying, some people were like, oh my gosh, it was emotional, it was great, and some people were, some of the characters were a little bit annoying. Wait a minute, I don't know if I like that person. Wait a minute, that's a little bit cliche. It wasn't a straight, everybody loved it, everybody didn't. I think that's going to be true for most audiences. Rebecca, what do you think? Is it worth a watch?
This is a love it or hate it movie for a reason. I'm leaning more towards the not really enjoying it camp, but if you want to watch it, maybe check it out on streaming.
I enjoyed the movie more than I thought, I'll be honest. I would say maybe see it if it's in a theater near you. If not, I would say check it out on streaming, especially if you're interested in the content.
This has been our movie review of My Dead Friend Zoe. We want to hear from you in the comments. There's been a lot of films talking about soldiers coming home and having to deal with their life afterwards. What's your favorite movie along those lines? And if you want to check out some of our other reviews, click the links to the right.